Good Thursday morning to you. As we begin this Thursday, as we walk together, I'd like for us to walk together with Jesus. The Jesus that teachings we've been looking at this week have been very pointed to his disciples and to his followers and to offer encouragement and direction and insight and foresight. In John 14, Jesus predicts his denial and his death. Listen to this. John 14, verse 1. We often hear this at funerals, but not today. This is for the living. This is for you and me. He says, don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me. There is more than enough room in my Father's home. If this were not so, I would have told you that I'm going to prepare a place for you. When everything is ready, I will come and get you, so that you will always be with me where I am, and you know the way to where I'm going. And Thomas says, no, we don't know, Lord. We have no idea where you're going, so how can we know the way? And Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. He says, and if you've known me, you've known the Father. First of all, he says to his disciples, you're getting ready to go through a very troubled time. You're going to be down and you're going to be depressed. And you're going to face some things that you really don't know how you're going to face. But he said, but you're going to have to face it without me. You're going to have to live through this without me. And you're going to have to listen to what I've told you, to remember. It says, let not your hearts be troubled or depressed or downcast to the point of not knowing what you're going to do, is really what he says in the Greek. He said, you believe in me. You've also believed in the Father. Thomas says, but who are you, basically? We don't know where you're going. And Jesus had to reiterate very simply, you've known me, Thomas. If you've known me, you've known the Father. And no one can come to the Father except through me, in me, with me, by me, and beside me. The most interesting thing that Jesus reminds us is this. When we are forlorn and we think that we cannot find the answers that satisfy us, we tend to give up and become sad. I've discovered the older I've gotten, when I come across issues that I cannot fully understand or find answers for, that's whenever I no longer become sad and depressed and upset and despondent. That's when I turn to the Father and say, Father, help me understand this. Help me grow in this. Help me find out what you want of me in this, rather than trying to do things in my own strength. And this is what I want to share with you today. He says, let not your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. He said, because I'm going to prepare a place for you, that you will be with me forever and ever. That's all I need to know. That's all Terry Sharp needs to know, is that if my Father has gone ahead of me and he's prepared a place for me, and I'm going to be with him wherever he is, there is stability, peace, tranquility, redemption, and forgiveness, and happiness. Pray with me. Father, as we walk in this Thursday, we walk with you. Help us to learn the lesson that you tried to teach the disciples, to let not our hearts be troubled and given over to our own fears and inadequacies and doubts. Help us to walk with you and walk with one another hand in hand. For we ask this in your wonderful and holy name. Amen. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow on Friday, and we're going to look at something even deeper than this. God bless you. See you tomorrow.